ugly day outside. It's cold. Can you hear that wind? It's days like this, I just wish I could. Let me try something. Oh, well, that was easier than walking. As I'm walking around Lisbon, I can't help but get a little nostalgic because one of my favorite authors, Bernard Comwell, has a Sharp series, it's called. It's based during the Napoleonic Wars, and a lot of the stories are based in Lisbon and throughout Portugal and Spain, as the English fought the French with the Portuguese and the Spaniards. And it just it's awe-inspiring that these walls were actually here during that time. And it's neat to actually walk in a story that you were reading. So I'm having a fun time exploring Lisbon on my own. Although it is a heck of a walk. Everything's uphill.
If I could hear my father's voice, he would tell me to move on. He would say I'll be just fine. Yeah, he would tell.
So just as a word of warning, if you're out walking in Lisbon, it's a lot easier to get around with the hop-on, hop-off bus or the metro, because these are some quite steep steps. One of the things I always like about Spanish and Portuguese architecture is they have all these little hidden walkways, like right through here. But if you look way up here, there's the tiniest little balcony with probably some amazing views of the ocean and the monastery. Okay, I'm conflicted. Over there in the distance there's arches and there's music playing. And then when I come in this direction, we got what looks like an old fort and arches, and I don't know which way to go, guys. All right, I'm gonna go this way.
Something in the atmosphere. You're always here, you always here. Time to laugh and time to heal. My favorite song is on repeat. Drinking wine until the dawn. Knowing soon we'll be back home.
Okay, so here's that little entrance I came to. Over there is what I went and saw the vistas, and I didn't even notice. Look how much this blends right in. Look at statue of Coriella de Cunha. Cunha? 1917 to 1977. Like, it blends right into the white wall. I wouldn't have even noticed it. I just happened to see the picture of the bird up on top. I guess a crow. I would not have seen this. That's crazy. You never know what you're gonna find when you just walk around. Just turn the corner and handmade plates and some ornaments. If only I wasn't traveling so far, I might pick up a few. The one with the hummingbirds right there. So you know, in some cities you have to go looking for historical monuments and architecture. Well, not so in Lisbon. The city has been around so long and is just steeped in history. Every single building, everywhere, has statues ornate all the way down. Every single building. So if that's you're into that kind of architecture and history, then you definitely have to check out Lisbon.
If I could hear my father's voice, he would tell me to move on. He would say I'll be just fine. Yeah, he would tell me we have time, time to laugh and time to heal.
Okay, so I have two ways I can go. I'm trying to head back to the ship. I can go this way, where I see there's water over there. No ship, but there's water. But it looks like there's a wall going all the way along there. Or I could take this rather eerie little walkway heading to nowhere. Well, you know me, I always like to play it safe, so we're going to take the walkway. If I get mugged and robbed, at least I'll have it on film. Holy cow. Aha. See what I mean by there's a lot of steps involved in walking around. Uphill, downhill, and stairs. Because Lisbon is basically built on a mountainside. Just off the cruise port, literally just off the cruise port, you have the train station, which makes that pretty darn convenient for getting around. All along the streets here, they have these little lime scooters, electric scooters for people to get around. You pick them up at a drop point, you drop them off at another drop point. You pay for exactly how much time you used, and they're all GPS. So the people who own them can always track them, so you can't take them home with you. Okay, just so you can get your bearings, there's the cruise terminal right there. You can see the MSC Bellissima off in the distance. Right in front of the cruise port is where you have your hop-on, hop-off buses you can pick up. And if you're looking to walk around, if you come this way, this is the military museum, and right beside the military museum, right there, is the city trains transitway, so the train stations that'll take you in and out of the downtown core. So very easy to get around, not to mention there's all kinds of taxis. As you can see, they're sitting right here, and you have all those little 3-person and 4-person little scooter motorcycles driving around that'll take you basically anywhere you want to go. And yeah, at every cruise port I've ever been at, somewhere, there's an anchor. So I'm on my way back to the ship, and I just wanted to give you my thoughts on Lisbon. I'm going back out tomorrow on an actual tour. I just wanted to get out and stretch my legs. It's the first time we were able to get off the ship today, and I'm loving the old world and the ornate statues. And what's great is how the city has integrated all the old buildings into everyday life, and like their apartments now, and people are living there. And walking in and out of some of those streets was, I kept on having this feeling that I'm going to have some old washerwoman up on a balcony throwing her dirty water down on top of me, and then I look up, and sure enough, there's a woman up there standing there doing her laundry. So it is really kind of fascinating the way they've brought in all the old buildings, and they've integrated, they kept all the history, and they haven't really made it like a tourist trap. I've been walking around all the port area, And at no point did I feel like, okay, this is a tourist trap. This is where, oh, come and spend all, you know, where you get those souvenirs everywhere. All the places I've been to, there are handmade crafts, and they're just little stores and coffee shops scattered around. There's not like somebody out front selling with a whole bunch of booths in front like you do see in the Caribbean with all the same t-shirts and all the same old. So this is, you know, if you're going to shop here, you're going to get authentic shopping. You're not going to get, you know, made in Taiwan somewhere, shipped to the Caribbean that says, you know, Jamaica on it. So, yeah, finally we had a nice day. It's still a little chilly. A lot of people are wearing coats. A lot of people. I'm Canadian, t-shirt. So, but it was nice to get off the ship, stretch the legs, walked about, I'd say about 10 miles today, a lot of it uphill. So be warned, if you have mobility issues, don't even think about trying to walk any place yourself. Get on one of those hop-on, hop-off buses, or rent one of those little sightseeing little two-seater guys that'll drive you around on the scooters, because you're definitely going to need it. It's uphill everywhere you go once you leave the port. There's not a single road that doesn't go up. So yeah, that's Lisbon. We're going to turn in and see some more tomorrow, and I'm going to see if I can check out some of the ship while there's nobody on it. Hopefully there's nobody on it, but I have a feeling it's still going to be crowded.